ELI5. Why do most if not all security cameras have such bad quality? Simply the presence of a camera invokes the most benefit in terms of discouraging criminal activity in the first place. Additional benefits from investing in better resolution and requisite storage costs then begin to scale down sharply as cost increases. Let's say you get 90 effectiveness from installing a low-res camera system, the additional 10 will cost you 4x what you paid. Low resolution is good enough for 99 and the use case is simple avoidance. A lot of it comes down to storage space and camera quality. In the olden analog times, we had to record a videotape and that was terrible quality anyway. Modern HD TVs are 1920 by 1080 resolution and 4K is 3840 by 2160. But old-timey videotape was more like 720 by 480. That would definitely create a grainy, low-quality picture. But it would help to know where you are seeing these low-quality cameras. On TV or movies? Or online for sale? There is an additional problem that exacerbates this. In many organizations, especially government, if you install a security camera, it must retain at least 1 year of video. Well, a year is a long time, so to meet this requirement you can either have tons of storage, which still might not be enough if you have multiple cameras, or you lower the quality until a year fits on the system you got. Most people do the latter. UFH 3131 and UOCLR are 100 correct. One other thing to consider is the processing power required for replaying. Watching one camera at 4K on regular speed isn't an issue. Watching 4 or 6 cameras on 32x speed trying to find a specific incident is an issue. High-speed seeking needs to remain smooth. If it gets choppy you can easily miss something. Higher resolution means more processing power required per frame, so much technical debate. Security cameras are made incredibly cheaply. Nothing to do with the video or quality or file sizes, they are the cheapest sensors that meet the resolution requirements. Even if that resolution is fake. Why? Because having cameras is more important than the output. This is why you can buy entire fake cameras with no sensors or output. The value is deterrence, not evidence. We have some 30-35 cameras at work. Recording 27/7. We struggle to keep 21 days if we only record when there's motion. We're required to keep 30 days of video. The storage costs are ridiculous and my bosses won't give me a budget to upgrade. So the only solution is to lower the motion sensitivity, potentially losing events, or lower the image compression, which causes other problems. Most businesses have them for insurance purposes only, not necessarily for identifying people, so a lot either buy cheap or go years without upgrading their cameras. Having said that, the likes of Swan produce extremely high-quality CCTV systems and the improvement in motion detection and AI has found ways around the issue of storage. Higher resolution equals large file sizes. Have you ever recorded an overnight video on your phone? Try it and see how many gigabytes it consumes. Security cameras need to have good enough resolution to fulfill their basic function, identity if a person is breaking in, etc., but still keeping data storage as small as possible. It'd be neat to incorporate smart software. The camera could record in high def all the time, but it's erased if the software doesn't find anything useful in the recording. If it works, you'd be left with only HD events records. You'd have the storage for it assuming you don't have hours of eventful data. Walmart has invested in a mighty fine system. I watch too much IDTV and the detail they pick up on folks buying their murder supplies is phenomenal. And the stalkers, it captures their faces with clarity. I'm torn on whether this is an endorsement to shop at Walmart or an inducement to stay away. Modern CCTV cameras have a good quality image, even cheap ones. Usually people or companies are still using very old technology and are so cheap into upgrading to something better. For me at least, I haven't seen in a long time CCTV's records in a poor quality, and I'm in this industry because storage is expensive, and higher quality means more storage needed. The other thing that security cameras usually do, is reduce the frame rate to 1 frame per second compared to the 24 frames per second needed for actual video. This also reduces the demand for storage. I used to work for a producer of specialized ingredients, all made from fish products, and we had 12 cameras for 200k square feet place. We had to keep, I believe, 1080p recordings from all cameras for 90 or 270 days, depending on area, and that needed its own server room. Love to have got the skinny from all the security pros. Reason may be that, since most people don't work in security, people only see these images on films and series. I think grainy BW images have become the cinematic shorthand for security camera. Cameras that record locally have much better quality. Wi-Fi cameras that record on the cloud have to compress the video, otherwise they would use too much data. I will say, I am very disappointed by this. My Nest camera can't pick up a license plate from 15 feet away. We had 4K camera set up around in our house. The server we have, I believe, has a 32 terabyte capacity right now. I think 32 terabyte. Dad handles that part. We set it up 3 weeks ago and it's not even close to starting to write over the oldest video. Many cameras may not have the ability to zoom in on a subject, and ones that do may require a person watching the video feeds all the time, which may not be feasible unless you are a large store to have paid staff manning the cameras full time. They should invent a system with 2 cameras per housing. One standard grainy video cam for always recording action to keep video files small, and a nice high-res photo camera next to it to take super detailed color images every few seconds. Used to do security at a department store. 24 cameras all recording 24/7, and you have to store all recordings for 30 days. That is a lot of storage. That's why they're so shitty. Just 1 hour of 1080p footage is 1.4 gigabytes. I assume for some places it's mainly for show because your insurance might be cheaper if you have surveillance cameras, so you just get some cheap ones. Not 100 sure, although I swear I have heard this from somewhere. Setting up security cameras is expensive, and it's only recommended to replace cameras every 10 years. Due to the high price, most places wait even longer than that. Some places are still even on VCR systems. As many have pointed out, storage is the biggest reason. Clubs, pubs, etc. where I live are required to keep footage of incidents for 7 years. Imagine storing 7 years worth of incidents in high resolution. Would a higher quality sensor overheat if constantly recording? I borrowed someone's DSLR that had video, and it could only take 2 5-minute clips before stopping recording due to overheating. It depends on when they were installed. If a company spent a lot on video security 10 or 15 years ago, they may not be in a hurry to replace it just because technology has improved. Cheap cameras. People want to buy and install cheap cameras, and expect them to perform like high-end cameras. Cheap is still cheap. High-end cameras don't look grainy. It's also a matter of the amount of space covered. If it's this really wide shot, even at a fairly high resolution, when you zoom in, it just won't be as clear. The camera quality is often way better than the saved data quality. It takes a lot of space and memory to save 24 hours of video, 7 days a week.